Welcome back, friends, to Astro Planetary Dance, the dance of planets. So now I'll be talking about the same Mars transit. This is episode 2, I would say. So Mars transit in Leo and how it is gonna affect for a Libra ascendant. Libra ascendant by default is a balancing ascendant who will always like to balance themselves. But now Mars, Mars coming in your house number 11. House number 11 is basically your social arena, your profit, your gain, your expansion of social arena. Mr. Mars coming over here will put his energy here. Apart from this, he will also put his energy on the house number 2 and 6. So what is going to happen with you? In profession, you will have, you will flourish. You will flourish like anything. You will have a lot of opportunity to, gain profit, gain money, gain promotions, gain authority even. Yes, authority even. So you'll be getting a lot of things in your profession in terms of house of profit, house of money, gains, all these things. Apart from this, you will also be able to gain, save some money. You can accumulate money of your earning. You will be able to accumulate money. Apart from this, if I talk about your enemies, your rivals, honestly, man, the way you will work, these guys will not be able to come near. Air Force One, the way we have US Army, the quotation Air Force One, no one dare to come near. Something like that. So the same kind of situation will be with your rivals. They will be like, oh man, my God, what is this guy doing? He's doing everything right. I do not have an option to, create problems for him, or I can show that yes, I am in a better competition. I can compete with, I can, put you down, or I have that courage to, say that yes, I am the best. He will not be able to do that. So guys, for Libra ascendant, good time. You will be spending a lot of quality time with your wife as well, and I would say keep your wife happy. She's gonna be the reason of your prosperity. So if you keep your wife happy, you may get better gains. So apart from this, I always say it's a good time for Libra ascendant, but please go back and check what does Ashtavarga chart talks about it. What is the kind of strength Ashtavarga chart have in your own horoscope. So the next ascendant is Scorpio, the Scorpio ascendant. So what will happen with Scorpio? For Scorpio, Mr. Mars, the soldier, the army chief, is gonna travel in house number 10. House number 10, so I will tell you something about house number 10. It's a very unique house because mainly we all are concerned about our profession, our what is gonna happen with my profession, how it is gonna be, what will happen, and all these things, that. So all of us obviously think about it. Now when I talk about house number 10, what is house number 10? House number 10 is your house of profession, your house of authority. And you just go like thousands of years back. What was the house of profession? House of profession was basically a jungle, a huge jungle, when on daily basis you have to hunt, you have to to survive, because earlier it was not AC fans, cars, airplanes, and all these things were not there. So basically the three basic things, roti, kapra, and makan, which is your chapatis, the bread and butter, I would say. So for that, what people used to do, they used to hunt, they used to take vegetable, fruit, they used to farm, and all these things were happening in the jungle for the survival. Now today, how it is, like if I compare the same thing with today it's a corporate jungle, like the jungle where you work, you fight, you hunt, you do everything in this jungle. So, and who can do all these things? The basic quality of Mars is to fight, to win, to conquer, to hunt, and all these things, like you can talk about Mars. So now Mars coming over here, normally it is said that it is Dishabali when it comes over in house number 10. So Mr. Mangal coming in house number 10 is definitely gonna give you a good professional jump. It will give you a lot of power inside you, a lot of booming in your brain, I would also say, and a lot of aggression in coming and getting the things of house number 10, which is your professional arena, your professional promotion, your gains in your professional house. So all these things can be seen from Mr. Mangal coming in house number 10. Now, at the same time, it will be creating a lot of stiffs, a lot of problem in your, like, your mother may go sick, you may do not have a harmonious life, because obviously you will be more focused on house number 10 of your profession, of your social, of your profession basically, and you will not have time to spend with your family. So here, Mars will be impacting your family life. You need to take care of your mother. She might go through some medical problems, or the kind of separation you will have with your mother, with your Grihast Jeevan and family life basically. Apart from this, your children will be, it will be a hard time for them as well when I talk about the emotional connection with you, because you are completely in house number 10 thinking everything for house number 10, that I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to complete this task, I have to impress my boss, and your bosses and all will be very impressed with you in this time. So with all these things going in house number 10th, it will be really difficult for your family to create a balance. So you will be coming into this situation, and you might get a lot of situation where to balance your family and your professional arena. It will be difficult for you. But anyway, from profession perspective, it is a good time. Now we're talking about which is the next ascendant. It's Sagittarius. For Sagittarius Lagna, the Thanu Lagna ascendant. So what is gonna for Sagittarius? For Sagittarius, this is gonna move in house number 9. House number 9 is what? House number 9 is your dharma. House number 9 is your luck. House number 9 is your father. House number 9 is your long distance travel, your elder brother, and anything which is basically related to long kind of stuff. So in this particular time, if you travel to any place, any long distance travel, if you try to do, this is definitely gonna bring a lot of benefits to you. But now Mr. Mangal is putting his energy into house number 9 now. So when he will be putting his energy into house number 9, it will let you work very, very harder. But if you work harder, it is definitely gonna get benefit out of it. No one can stop it. So now, and I don't think you will have any problem in terms of getting that energy inside you to work harder. Okay. At the same time, you will have a good relation with your spouse at this point of time, and some conflicts, that is always gonna happen with everyone's life. But yes, some conflicts, otherwise then you will have a good life in terms of your house, your wife or your girlfriend. Wait for some time. There might be some very good news for you. You might be waiting from from a long time. This may come into benefit. In case if you are looking for, if you are a student, or if you are trying for a PR, not PR basically, I would say, not PR. So if you're trying to go abroad for any kind of studies, or basically studies. So if you're looking for a study which can get you settled abroad or in India, this is the right time to go for that particular degree. Because if you take that degree, it will have a long-term benefit. It will give you a long-term benefit. So this particular degree, so suppose if you go for law, suppose, and I would say you can go for law. This is a good time for studying law. So this is mainly what it is for Sagittarius Lagna. And one of the most important thing I would say, take care of your father. And you may have a lot of difference of opinion with your father as well. So because this house is your father's house as well, and Mars putting a lot of energy here, so your father may have this, like, whenever I talk about father, so I start fumbling. I do not want to say much about it, but it is necessary to say. So my father may go through some blood related problems, skin cuts, burns kind of stuff. It cannot be a major one. That totally depends upon your basic Kundli. So do not, again, I always say this thing, do not go from that arena. But yes, please take care of your fooding habits, his flow of blood, right? So these things are like, when Mars puts his energy somewhere, he may create these kind of issues. And obviously, you into a different mindset altogether. You are saying, no, Dad, I want to do this. And father is saying, look, from his own experience, from his own things, that no, this is not right. So I'm not saying you will be right or your father will be right, because father will be thinking from a long experience. At the same time, today the situation is completely changed. So you people may have a difference in terms of your opinion for anything. So this is what it is gonna for Sagittarius Ascendant. For Capricorn Lagna, Mr. Mangal is transiting into house number 8, putting all his energy there. So I would not say a very good time, especially in terms of your health. Because for this particular Lagna, I will not talk more about other things. House number 8 is a complete transformation. House number 8 is also a house of death, a house of sudden ups and downs, house of things which you cannot see. So here, if I talk about house number 10 now, and you need to be really very careful related to your health. You might even go for a surgery. You may have cuts, you may have blood related problem, you may have your speech going very harsh and creating a lot of problems in your with your siblings. You may or you might have, because already Mars transited like I think 10-15 days ago, I don't remember now, but your wealth accumulation will be a problem. So here what will happen, you may lose money suddenly. It can be a theft as well, it can be some frauds, it can be something which you don't know, and you are like leading your life nicely, everything is going fine, and suddenly you have some loss of money. At the same time, with this losses, because Mars is putting some energy here, so you will get some benefit. So you need to be very careful, not only while you drive, not only while you play sports, you do some physical exercise, you talk to some people, because Mars will be putting all these energies here and it will create problems. You may have some screen rupture. Accidents are also seen, so you need to be driving very carefully in this particular time. With your siblings, you may have a bad relation, and even they can also go through some of the medical problem. But for you, especially you need to be very careful from your eating habit, from all what I said. If you're doing exercise, if you're doing sports, if you're doing some whatever you're doing, so you need to be a little careful. Do not try to, because Mars will be putting a lot of energy in you. So you may think that I can jump from here to there, nothing gonna happen to me. You might show yourself that yes, I can do this, but this may create a problem, right? Do not do that. For Capricorn Lagna, please be very, very careful in all your act, in your speech, in your wealth accumulation, in your investment, basically, because you may have sudden losses. So you need to take care of your investment. You have to, in fact, overall, medically, personally, and everything, you have to be very careful. When you speak, please think before you speak. Do not come in Mars influence and speaking in a very high note, which can create a problem for you. So this is about Capricorn Lagna. Now I'll be talking about Aquarians. For Aquarians Lagna, Kumbh Lagna. So for Aquarians, it will be traveling in house number 7th. 7th house denotes a lot of things, so at this particular time, you and your wife can think of some kind of promotion or increment, in case if you are waiting for. I don't know if the cycle has already crossed. So there are a lot of meaning of promotion. It is not always that you get a vertical growth. People, even if they get a role, suppose there were 4-5 people managing the same particular staff, and there were a lot of things which were going like this, and now somebody comes to you and says, okay man, now it will be you only who is gonna head this department. No matter, suppose you were a senior manager, or you were a manager or a assistant manager or whatever. Even if you were a person who were managing some people, and suddenly somebody says that now your role is to ensure that this particular business is completely owned by you. On paper, you might not get the promotion letter. So in case if your promotion time, if your increment time has already crossed, you can think a kind of role. You might get a kind of role. So these kind of gains are seen from here, and this is for both you and your wife both. So good statements from me, that yes, Mr. Mars coming over here is giving such kind of benefits to you. But man, you need to be very careful, because now it is going to create a lot of problem in terms of your married life. Okay, because 7th house is also seen from, it also denotes your married life. So you people will have a lot of conflict, I think, because of these promotions and all things, or it might be because of you will be spending time in office to get this kind of role, increment, promotion. So that can be one of the reason. I'm not very sure how it's gonna happen with you, but for sure it is gonna create a lot of harsh speeches, harsh relation between you and your wife, and both of you is gonna dominate each other. So dominance will increase. And what I will say, for Aquarians, it will be more from Aquarian side, right? So you'll have a lot of issues in the family. At the same time, for your children, it's very good. So they will have a lot of, their mind will start thinking better, and they can get benefits. So children, it will be good, but you guys creating a problem may create problem to your children as well, which I cannot see for this transit. But yes, this is a common observation what I'm trying to say, that if you, both of you start fighting, so this will create, it will not only have the effect between you two, it will create effect, amongst people who are, attached with you. So normally it's your children, your parents, your mother, and all these people. So you need to be very careful for that. The rest, from professional point of view, it is really gonna be a good time for you. So focus hard. You are definitely going to get some, good fruit. So this was for Aquarius Lagna. So now for Pisces, the last ascendant. For you Pisces, it will be traveling in house number 6. So I don't know how good as an individual you are in struggling, or you are in, fighting the hurdles in your life, but trust me, success is for sure. For you, success is for sure. But now, just do not go by what I said. Success is for sure. I have never seen in my entire life that success just came like this. Yeah, I'm just doing and it is coming. Some people have very good star placement or very good past karma, and that particular house gets activated, so some people get like this. But normally it comes with a lot of struggle. It has been said that you have to put a lot of heat on gold to get it shined. So same situation is gonna happen with you. You will get a lot of obstacles, lot of hindrance, lot of so frequently if you're trying for something, you will be determined, you will be very focused towards it, but it will coming in, oh my god, it's not happening. Do not get disheartened, because what is gonna happen, you are determined, you are focused, and these hurdles will come for sure. Take my words, remember what I said. These hurdles will come for sure, but that is gonna come to bring success for you. So do not get disheartened. Okay, number 1. Number 2, there will be some losses in terms of your wealth, in terms of, so some kind of losses are seen. But now, because you will be getting success, so for that particular time when you will lose something, you will obviously have a bad taste inside your heart, that yes, something bad happened with me. But just wait and remember my words, right? Wait for the new good moment coming for you. So for Pisces, this time is gonna be a very good time. So normally you will see astrologers saying, Mr. Pisces, you are gonna have a lot of problem. But in the entire history of the entire world, every person, every people, struggle is only there to bring good success and make yourself a strong, good people, a successful people. So for Pisces, success comes from struggle. This is the mantra for you. Go get it. Whatever the hurdles are coming in, just don't think about it and say thanks for coming. You're most welcome. I will conquer with you. Always say, you know, Mr. Problem, you know, it's like some quotation I have which says about you know, the problems you are not big. I have a bigger one. You know, I have a God who is bigger than the problems, so he can manage it well. So wait for all the struggles coming in, and obviously if struggles will coming in, you will getting the success. So that is for Pisces. So if you like my video, please like, subscribe and share. I know a lot of people will be again commenting that this kind of situation is happening already in their life. So get focused, get determined. What I said, if you can understand for all those lagnas, you can understand that yeah, these things are gonna happen with me, so you can be a little careful. You know what is gonna come for you, and this will help you to understand the things which is coming to you, and you can plan better to deal with these problems. Okay, so you can contact me for any kind of remedies, any kind of astrological flaws which you have in your kundali, and you can contact me for consultancy. But when you know the problem, you have an opportunity to deal with it. This is the best upaya I can say. Apart from this, yes, if you will come and you will ask me a question that this is the problem which I am going through, I'll tell you, okay, do this particular thing for Mr. Mangal. He will be little, it will, see, the frequency will lower down. It is not that this thing is not going to happen. The frequency will lower down with that upayas. And for some people, if they have a good placement, it may, rule out the problem. So just wait for some time and let the Mars put his energy, and you act with your moon, your mind. So you take care of your mind, understand the problem, and with the things you can control all these issues and can get into a situation when you will transit this particular situation with a lot of cool, calm. So guys, if you like my videos, please like, subscribe and share with your friends, and do not miss to comment. Whatever the situation you feel, do not miss to comment. So thank you friends, thank you for watching my video, thank you for watching Astro Planetary Dance. We'll be coming back soon.